Hi guys, good day. For this session, I will be discussing the rules of debit and credit of the accounting and how you will identify the normal balances of each elements of the financial statements. And before we will start, please do subscribe and hit the bell button for notification for the upcoming videos related to this topic or related to accounting topics. And hope you've learned something out from this session. God bless, and let's start. Yes, hello, good day. For this session, we're going to discuss the rules of debit and credit. Just a reminder, the discussions will be in English or in Tagalog so that everyone else will be able to understand, or lahat ng gustong matuto ay maintindihan kung ano ang dinidiscuss natin. It will be understand nationwide, Tagalog or English, or mix of Tagalog and English. I might have in vernacular, the Bisaya dialect, but it would be seldom, so that nationwide can be understand. Not just only accounting students, management and management accounting, but also to the ABM students and to all other courses who might undergo accounting subjects, or to those out of school youth na gustong matuto ng accounting, and then in the near future baka gusto nila din mag bookkeeping. Okay, this is the very fundamentals of accounting. But before we will go to the discussion proper, please do subscribe my YouTube channel, Chiking TV, and I might be posting this one also to other social media, but the full version of the video will be uploaded in YouTube so that you can have it many times as you want. Ma-view nyo siya many times as you want. Paulit-ulit yung ma-view hanggang maintindihan nyo kung ano ang dinidiscuss natin dito. This is one of the basic of the accounting. Okay? So, and hit nyo na rin yung notification bell para notified kayo for the upcoming videos related to accounting na i-discuss natin for the subsequent or sa susunod na mga sessions. Okay, to the discussion proper, before going again to the rules of debit and credit, we've learned already, or to recall, that there are 5 elements, correct? 5 elements. 5 elements of financial statements. Elements of financial statements. And what are those elements? We have asset, liability, equity, income, or what we call revenue. Fifth is expenses. Expenses or expense. And then we also have these 5 components of financial statements. Of financial statements. Or statement. 5 components of financial statement. Yeah, statement. So first we have our balance sheet. Second, we have our balance sheet, or what we call statement of financial position. Secondly, we have our income statement, or so-called statement of comprehensive income. A third, we have statement statement of changes in equity. And then fourth, we have statement of cash flow, or what we call cash. You can have it cash flow statement. And lastly, we have, of course, the notes to financial statements, because it will shows you all the necessary informations, the breakdowns that cannot be or you cannot see on the face of the financial statements. All other things must be presented into the notes to financial statements. This is just for me to show to you that these 5 elements can be shown or will be presented in the 5 components or phase of your financial statements. Your assets, liability, equity will be shown in the balance sheet. So that is why it is called statement of financial positions, because it will shows you how much is the assets, liability, and equity of a certain business entity. While income, the other 2 elements, income and expenses, will be shown in your income statement. Okay? That is why because income statement, no, ito yung nagpapakita sa inyo the performance of a certain business entity, wherein if your income is greater than your expense, then that would be a profit. But if your income is lesser than your expense, then that would be loss. Okay? So now, we will go now to the rules of the debit and credit. We've learned already that these elements can be found in your components to financial statements. So before you have the 5 components, we will understand first the 5 elements of the financial statements. And to understand more of this, we will discuss first the rules of, or we will discuss the rules of debit and credit, and later on we will be able to identify, or the way kung paano natin ma-identify kung ano yung mga normal balances for each elements of the financial statements. Bakit nga ba need natin ma-identify yung mga normal balances? Kasi ito yung mga balances ng ng elements of financial statements wherein doon mo i-increase. The increase of such elements is doon mo gawin sa normal balances of each elements of financial statements. And if you wish to decrease each elements of financial statements, then go to the opposite side of the normal balances. So again, yung normal balances is doon mo i-increase yung amounts or figures of each elements of the financial statements. So in accounting, we don't need to be a mathematician or master in mathematics, because all we have is this equation. Asset is equals to, so asset, this is the accounting equation for a while. Okay. So our accounting equation okay, is asset is equals to liability plus equity. So have it in figure or in a picture. So your asset is equal to your liability plus equity, correct? So magiging one square, another square is equals to rectangle. Ganon. Ganyan lang. Yan. So your asset is equals to liability plus equity. Ganon. So that's simple. Okay? And then, So others will have it asset minus liability equals equity. It's just fine. It's the same rulings, because if we will transpose, or if we were going to find, or kung gusto mong hanapin ang value ng equity, simply asset didakan mo lang ng liability, that would be your equity. That is why some other references would have it asset minus liability equals equity. So just the same thing, because equity is just a residual value, okay, after deducting liability from your asset. Now, in accounting, we've learned that there is this summarizing tool being used in accounting. Okay, the summarizing tool in accounting we've used is that the so-called T accounts, correct? This is the summarizing tool. Paulit-ulit to Okay, so tinatawag natin tong T accounts. So this is our summarizing tool. Nawa natin na note dito para ma-review nyo. Summarizing tool in accounting is the T accounts. Yan. T accounts. Ito yon, yung T accounts. Yung T accounts kasi, tinatawag siyang T accounts kasi nga, it forms like letter T, correct? So now, our T accounts has three parts, okay? Ang T accounts natin is in 3 parts. So the left side of the T accounts will be your left side, okay? This is your left side, correct? Left side. So ang ating left side is tinatawag natin tong debit, correct? Ayan. Yung ating right side naman, sabit other color na lang. Okay? Ang ating right side naman is tinatawag natin na right side. Tinatawag natin na credit. Ang dalawang ito ay, dalawa pa lang. So left side is the debit side, and then the right side is your credit side. So this is your T accounts, correct? And the upper part, which completes the 3 parts of the T accounts, is your account title. Okay? Account title. Saan ba makikita yung mga account titles? We have the 5 elements, correct? These 5 elements is subdivided into several account titles. Assets, for example, under assets we have cash, accounts receivable, inventories, and so on and so forth. For liability, we have lahat ng klase ng mga bayarin or mga liability is under ng liability. Equity accounts is also under equity. Income accounts under income. And then all expenses accounts is also under expenses. So this is our T accounts, correct? The summarizing tool used in accounting. So the 3 parts, first is we have the account title, then the left side would be your debit, and the left side will be your debit, and the right side will be your credit. So these two, the debit and credit, does have, or ang mga Latin word nito, ito yung mga Latin word. Lagyan po natin ng mga Latin word, no? Ito yung mga Latin word nila. Okay? Ang Latin word nila, ang Latin word ng ating debit is credere. Ating debit is debere. Debere. Yung credit naman, Latin word natin is credere or creder. Yung iba binabasa itong creder, yung iba naman sa debit naman is deber, but it's debere and credere. So the abbreviations for credere is the basis why we have the so-called CR. Kaya hindi yan comfort room. That's CR, correct? Mali pala yung coloring ko So, this would be CR for credere. That is CR. And then, your debit naman comes from the Latin word debere. That would be DR. Hindi yan doctor. Okay? So, DR means debere or debit. credere, CR means credere, or from the Latin word credere, or credit. So we've learned already that the three parts of the account, the T accounts is the account title, debit for the left side, credit for the right side. Okay. Now, for us to be able to know the normal balances of these elements. So in our accounting equations, we already have the three elements, correct? The asset, liability, and equity. So we will set aside first the two other elements, which is income and expenses. So these elements can be found in your balance sheet. That is why it is being called balance sheet. Wherein assets should always balance with your liability and the sum of your liability and equity. Or in other words, your equity is just a residual value of your asset deducted by your liability. Okay? So for us to be able to know the normal balances of each element of the financial statements, we will have first the three elements: assets, liabilities, and equity. See, we have already these T accounts, correct? So, paano natin gawin, or paano nga ba natin ma-identify yung tinatawag natin na normal balances? So, all you have to do, if this is the equation, asset is equals to liability plus equity, all you have to do is to draw the letter T here, correct? We have the letter T here in the equation. So, ayan. So, we've learned already that we'll have our summary here, for the normal balances. Okay. We just have it here, our normal balances for summary. Okay. So, this is the elements. Before we will continue, so these are the elements. Okay, we'll have it debit. So DR, we will use DR for abbreviation, and CR. So we've learned that DR means debit and CR means credit, correct? So our 5 elements will be here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, correct? So asset, liability, and equity. Then we have income, and expenses, or expense. Yan. So this will be our summary. So we've learned already, no? We have these elements, correct? Asset, liabilities plus equity, and we have the summarizing tool, which is the T accounts. So in order for us to be able to know the normal balances, so we draw a letter T between or in the center of the equation, wherein our left side here, ang pumasok sa left side natin is yung asset natin. So again, our left side of the T account is debit, correct? Ang ating right side naman is credit, correct? So this would mean that your asset normal balance is on the debit side kasi na-fall siya doon sa debit side. On the other hand, your liability and equity normal balances is on the credit side kasi doon siya na-fall sa credit side. So in our table, this is for normal balances for a while. So lagyan natin ng ano natin. So table for normal balances na lang. Table summary for NB. NB normal balances, ha? Okay. Para short term kasi limited yung yung whiteboard natin. Okay. So, we've learned already that the 3 elements, the asset, liability, and equity, using our summarizing tool T accounts, we've learned or napag-alaman natin na yung asset normal balance natin is debit, while your liability and equity normal balance is on the credit side. Okay, your normal balance as for asset is debit and your liability normal balance will be on the credit side. Correct? So that would be our summary. Now, I want you to record on your paper or any notes that you have this element, now these parts of the summarizing tool, so that I can use the area here. So I just give you a few seconds or a few seconds na lang for you to copy what is here, no? Kasi i-delete ko to para magamit ko to further discuss the paano natin malalaman yung normal balances ng iba pang or ng the other two elements, since we already learned that asset normal balance is debit and the normal balance of our liability and equity is on the credit side. Be clear? So I have just let's say 15 seconds. Okay, 15, 14, 13, 12, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, no? 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So expected na na-save nyo na to, okay? So we'll delete it from here. But nariritin natin yung table summary natin. So your account title, lipat na lang natin dito. In a small na lang, okay? Lagyan natin dito. Yung T accounts natin, lagay natin dito para may reference kayo. Ayan. Ito yung T accounts, correct? Your account title, ayan. Para hindi nyo malimutan. Nakalimutan mo na ba? Ganon. Title, okay? Diba? At hindi mapasok to. Ito na lang. Para ano. Account, ayan, account title, and then your debit, credit, ano nga to, deberi, Latin word, deberi, and your Latin word here is crederi. So from deberi, that is why we have debit or DR. From crederi, we have CR. Okay? Now, we've learned already that our elements of which is asset, liabilities, equity, going back is we draw just the letter T or the T accounts. So the left side is the debit side. So your asset now, okay, again, your account title, part of your T account. So this would be your asset. Okay. Asset. Now you also have here your liability. Liability. And you also have here equity. Lagay natin yung full term kasi dalawang equity tsaka expenses, correct? For these are just still the elements. You still have further account titles to be written here, specifically what specific asset. That's the account title you will put in here later on. Correct? So, by the way, the T accounts that we use here will be discussed later on, because this is just a skeletal form of your ledger that will be discussed later on, no, for another session siguro. Now, we've learned already, no, that our asset normal balance, correct, is debit. So the left side is the normal balance of the asset. So, ayan. So this is, lagyan natin ng ibang kulay para hindi kayo malito. So again, your left side is debit and, your right side is credit, left side again debit and credit, correct? Debit and credit. Yan. Now, normal balance ng ating asset is diba doon sa debit. Yan. Nandito yung normal balance niya. Ito yung normal balance ng asset. Nasa debit, correct? Yung normal balance naman ng ating credit is ng ating liability and the equity at the same time is on the credit side. So what I've said earlier, that we need to understand or kailangan nating malaman kung saan talaga yung mga normal balances ng mga elements na ito. Kasi nga, sa normal balances, malalaman natin or ito yung mga side kung saan natin pwede i-increase or if we wish to increase the figures or the amounts of a certain asset or a certain liability or a certain equity account, dun tayo sa mag-i-increase dun sa normal balance. So halimbawa dito sa asset, yung normal balance natin is on the debit side. So kung gusto natin i-increase or there is a transactions that would increase our asset, then we will go to our debit side. So dito tayo mag-i-increase. So meaning to say, na i-debit natin yung asset kasi mag-i-increase tayo, di ba? So kung babawasan naman natin yung asset, halimbawa nabawasan yung asset natin, so simply we will credit the asset account on the opposite side. Okay? Yun yung paano bawasan yung amounts ng asset. Iki-credit lang natin. Pero if you wish to increase, go to the debit side. Edi-debit mo yung asset account. And halimbawa, ganito yan. No? Kung nagkaroon ka ng sales, no? Nagkaroon ka ng sales, halimbawa, tumatanggap ka ng 1,000, no? Tumatanggap ka nagbenta ka ng 1,000. Nakabenta ka ng 1,000. So, paano mo yan i-entry? Diba? Natanggap mo yung pera. So, yung pera is cash, correct? And it's under asset, no? And the classification, under siya ng asset. So, paano mo siya i-record? Kasi nag-increase yung asset mo, diba? So, all you have to do is to debit cash. I-debit mo siya 1,000 kasi nga nag-increase yung asset mo. Kaya i-debit mo kasi sales mo to, tinatanggap mo to. You'll receive this one. No, receive 1,000 from the client. Okay? Or sa customer. Pero kung nagbayad ka, so this will now be debited. Correct? Kasi na-receive mo. Kung nagbayad ka ng 550 dun sa suppliers mo, no? Payment. Kasi outlay to. So, mababawasan yung asset mo. Mababawasan yung pera mo. All you have to do, kasi nga, nagdi-decrease yung asset mo. So, anong gagawin mo pag mag-decrease yung asset? Iki-credit mo ngayon yan. Yan. Iki-credit mo ngayon. Ha? Kasi, ang nangyari dito, later on, we will, this is just for example, for later on, for the other session siguro, kung saan magdi-discuss na tayo ng transactional. So, kung i-entry mo to kasi in every single transaction there's always at least one debit and at least one credit of the recording phase of each transactions. Okay, so that is why we call it a double entry accounting. Okay, so in entry nito kasi nga naka-receive ka dun sa benta mo, all you have to do is to debit cash kasi nga na-receive mo. Kasi din, nag-increase yung asset mo, nag-increase yung cash mo, correct? So, credit mo yung ibang account, kumbaga yung nabenta mo. Tapos, dito naman, i-debit mo naman ngayon, later on, i-credit mo siya sa cash or sa asset mo, i-credit mo yung asset mo kasi nga nabawasan yung pera mo. Okay? But later on, you will, medyo magulo pa dito na part, no? Pero ito lang, tandaan mo. Magulo pa dito kasi ma-appreciate mo to maya-maya lang or hindi mamaya. Siguro sa next session kung saan is magdi-discuss na tayo kung paano mag-record ng isang transactions. But later on, I will discuss to you further the rules of debit and credit. Okay? Dito muna is pinapakita ko muna sa inyo kung paano natin malalaman kung ano yung normal balances nito. Okay? But later on, we will discuss further the debit and credit. Correct? So now, the liability normal balance is on the credit side. Correct? Yung normal balance ng ating liability is on the credit side. Tulad nga ng asset, kung kailangan natin mag-increase, no? Kung we wish to increase the balance of our liability, then we will go to the credit side. I-credit natin yung liability account. But if we wish to decrease, kung mababawasan yung liability account natin, ano ba yung halimbawa na mabawasan yung mga obligasyon or liability natin? Pag nagbayad tayo. Okay? So pag nagbayad tayo, meaning to say nabawasan na yung utang natin. So all we need to do is go to the debit side. Kasi nga opposite side. Pag opposite side, meaning to say deduct. Pag same side, addition. Correct? So normal balance natin ng liability at the end of the accounting period, the reporting period, dapat ito yung mga balances na makikita natin. Dapat yung normal balance ng asset is on the debit side, normal balance ng liability natin is on the credit side. Same thing with equity. So kung normal balance natin ng equity is nandun din sa credit side, kung kailangan natin or there is a need for you to increase the balance of the equity, then credit the equity account. Kasi doon yung normal balance natin, doon yung increase. If we wish to decrease, go to the opposite side which is the debit side. So dito tayo magde-decrease ng ating equity. Now, we've already learned, we've already learned. Ano ba to? Nabubulol na tayo dito. We've already learned the normal balances of the assets, which is debit, liability, and equity, which is on the credit side, per accounting equation, and draw the T accounts on the center of the equation. Now, all we need to do is how we will identify the normal balances of these two other elements, the income and expenses. Now, in these three elements, income and expenses that can be found, as we've discussed earlier, that can be found in your income statement, wherein this will shows you the operation, the performance of the certain business entity, wherein if your income is greater than your expense, then that would be profit. But if your expenses is greater than your income, and that would be a loss. Diba? Nagka-loss ka dyan. So meaning to say, your income, from the word income, it is an inflow, correct? Inflow ito to the company. It is an inflow. How about your expense? Kasi magbabayad ka ng mga expenses mo, this will be your outflow from the company. So ayan. Okay, wag yun nang i-mix up yan. Separate natin yan. Yan. Okay, ayan. So your income is an inflow to the business. Your expense is an outflow from your business. So what particular elements from the balance sheet will it greatly affect the income and expenses, or the results of your two other elements that can be found in your income statement? This will greatly affect, it will greatly affect the two of them, these two elements will greatly affect your equity. Dito siya ang epekto niya dito papasok sa equity natin. Kasi nga, residual value to. Yung equity natin, kumbaga ito yung nagme-measure kung magkano ang equity mo, kung magkano yung investment mo doon sa company. Correct? Capital mo, ito yung capital mo sa company. Since yung income, halimbawa your income is greater than your expense, so may profit ka, diba? O may markup ka doon, may profit ka doon. Yung profit mo is syempre mag-a-add doon sa capital mo, correct? Pero halimbawa yung expense mo is mas malaki pa doon sa income mo, o diba? Pumasok sa iyo, let's say halimbawa pumasok sa let's say balik tayo doon sa income. Halimbawa may income ka na 1,000, correct? Tapos gumastos ka ng let's say 750. So meaning to say, may positive ka na result na 250. So yung 250 is papasok additional doon sa equity mo. Pero kung Okay, ito yung profit, correct? Huwag na lang nating i-delete. So, sample of profit. Ito yung profit. Halimbawa is nag-loss ka. Wherein, yung income mo is just 800. Pero, gumastos ka ng 1,150. So, magkano na ngayon yung loss mo? Di ba may loss ka na 350. So, ngayon, ito kasi negative, babawas to sa equity mo. Correct? Ngayon, halimbawa, o di ba may profit na tayo or may loss tayo na 350, loss tayo na 350 tsaka profit na 250. Kasi nga, yung income is inflow tapos yung expense mo is outflow. Ngayon, paano natin ma-identify kung ano yung normal balances ng mga elements na to? Di ba? Nalalaman natin na inflow, yung income, meaning to say, yung inflow is dadagdag dun sa equity. Correct?